Imagine a room full of people in 2020, all the greatest people of the crypto industry, all chatting among themselves and looking at us, right? In that room, there was also us, Tether. And in that room, they were all chatting and whispering and looking at us like looking at the black sheep of the crypto industry. They were whispering to each other, saying, "Oh, Tether is going down. Of course, they don't have the money. Look at those, weird Italian guys, right? For sure, they are, shady." That created a lot of FUD. In a way, it helped Tether. I believe that it helped Tether. It helped us to be stronger, to become resilient, to be even more aggressive be willing to show to the world who we are for real.
Hey everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and I'm thankful that Tony of Thinking Crypto had the CEO of Tether on his channel. There have been just too many influencers who've not done their research and spread the FUD and false narrative about Tether. I suspect that some of it is to prop up the interest in selling shares of Circle. But when a company goes public, they pay dividends to their shareholders. And if you listen to this interview in its entirety, you'll learn that Tether puts revenue back into their reserves. And yes, they are audited. In this video, you'll hear from Pompliano. Some of the longtime Bitcoin holders are selling, and he's got the receipts to show that. And speaking of receipts, Solana has the receipts. Also, Ripple goes into phase 2 with a tokenization project in Hong Kong. JPMorgan gets hit with fines, and you're going to learn the most interesting fact about the digital asset XRP. All right, everybody, let's go. Just 60 more seconds from the CEO of Tether, and then we'll look at what Pomp has reported in his newsletter podcast that came out today.
So what happens back then in May is that Tether was able to pay $7 billion in 48 hours, so 2 days. Wow. That was 10% of our reserves, and more than $20 billion in 20 days. That was 25% of our reserves. Now let's think about the banking industry. Washington Mutual in 2008, or more recently, Silicon Valley Bank, all never survived to a 10% bank run. Why? Because banks can lend up to 90% of the balance sheet, and they lend it all. We can show that Tether doesn't only have 100% of liquid assets as reserves, but in this moment has around 105%. So we want to showcase that a different type of finance is possible. So this is my answer to all the criticism and I think nowadays only few people are still wondering if we have the money.
About 5% of previously dormant Bitcoin is now on the move, as you can see in this Glassnode chart. This is the long-term holder net position change. And there is a little bit of outflow happening in 2024. Eventually, we're going to get to an equilibrium, and the ETF sales will undoubtedly push the Bitcoin price higher. Great news coming out of Hong Kong. Phase 2 has launched. This is the digital Hong Kong dollar, or the EHKD pilot, that is exploring programmability, tokenization, and more. Ripple is a participant in this sandbox, along with others such as Alipay, the Bank of China, and MasterCard Asia. Yassine Mubarak put out a tweet that Solana was just $20 a year ago and has had incredible growth, doing what everything XRP was supposed to do. Well, I think Minus Wells really shows us the Solana receipts. Solana has over 1 million daily active addresses, where the next one to follow is Bitcoin with 546,000, followed by Ethereum at 376,000, then Aptos at 163,000, and the XRP ledger 19.9 thousand. Minus reminds us that the main variable that suppresses a crypto asset's price is the lack of daily activity. I 100% agree, which is why I keep saying that it's all about the builders. In 2 investigations by the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, they decided to issue $250 million in money penalty against JPMorgan, along with the Federal Reserve fining the firm $98.2 million for not conducting proper surveillance of its market traders. We're talking about billions in trades. Would love a comment from Senator Elizabeth Warren. I'm getting ready to go on my way to Australia for the big conference that's taking place on the Gold Coast, and I'm preparing to release some videos while I'm gone. This is one that you want to watch for, and it's with Josh. He is part of XRPL Korea, and yes, he tells us that half of the global trading is coming from Korea when we are talking about the digital asset XRP. He's going to give a presentation about the mission that he has set out to identify the builders of DeFi applications, contents, and gaming for that development. You don't have to miss his presentation. You can get a virtual ticket. Hurry to secure. The link will be in the description of this video. The 2-day virtual pass from anywhere in the world is just $129 US for 2 days. And another video in the queue is with Jake Lee. And yeah, I am so bullish on Flare. We talk about the reason why his company, Uppercent, chose the Flare network to build on. They are the blockchain for data, AI, and tokenization. He's tokenizing a real-world asset, and that is online education. And the first course, How to Future-Proof Your Career in the Era of Artificial Intelligence, is now live. Have a listen to this intro. And until next time, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.
AI could replace 300 million full-time jobs. 30% of workers fear their job will soon be replaced by technology. Hello, my name's Robin Hills. I'm a leading emotional intelligence coach, trainer, and facilitator with over 40 years of business experience. I've trained nearly 500,000 students online over the past decade and have become a best-selling author in the field of emotional intelligence. The rapid growth of artificial intelligence is already changing the way that jobs are being performed. Tasks that only humans could do a few years ago can now be partially or fully automated. 77% of businesses are already exploring or using AI, and this number is set to increase. 9 out of 10 UK employees will have to reskill by 2030. You may be destined to lose your job in 5 years due to artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence and emotional intelligence represent 2 distinct realms. Understanding the differences is crucial. Emotional intelligence complements the capabilities of artificial intelligence. I'm going to teach you the differences between these 2 intelligences with a specific focus on your decision-making, your creativity, and your leadership abilities in the ever-evolving professional landscape. People talk about having superpowers. You and I have a superpower that artificial intelligence will never have, and that's emotional intelligence. I'm going to teach you to use this superpower to future-proof you and your career as a matter of urgency. Let's focus on you as a human being and what you have that makes you special and unique.